Barker and Melissa, King and Queen of the Outlands. You have their Majesty's leave to make yourselves as comfortable as possible.
That means putting on 14 more coats. We are not having 14 more courts.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
But if you do need some extra layers, I brought extra hats, I've got extra gloves. You can definitely take care of you. The community will take care of one another. We watched that last night. I got to come back to site to visit His Majesty, who was enjoying some Bardic in here and had a really nice night. Thank you, everyone, for braving these outlandish conditions.
But seriously, it is cold. Outlanders are hardy people. We live in the mountains, but that does not mean you should not come inside. You are cold. Warm up your fingies. No shame. Great.
We will be having a small court, followed by the procession. Stay warm. We're going to keep everything in here as much as we can. Tournaments will be held outside.
Yep.
Keep in mind, at about noon, we're going to be getting some northeastern winds, 7 to 10 miles an hour with gusts of up to 15. Take care of yourself and don't forget to hydrate. All right.
Your Majesties, their Excellencies of Unserhaven have business in your court. Please.
Your Majesty, we would like to express our thanks for your allowing us to hold the tournament for your next heir. It is a great honor for our barony. Would our two stewards come forward? I would like to introduce and present to you the two stewards, Mr. Safia and Lord Andreas.
Please. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming. I know like the weather seemed kind of scary, but it's not. I camped here and it was amazing. A little chilly, but amazing. I live here, but I'm not from here. I'm from the islands, y'all. If I can handle the snow, you guys will be okay. We have a few like housekeeping announcements to run down. We'll try to be really quick so we can get on with the day.
Okay. Pets are allowed, but please pick up after your pets. It should be pretty easy to see with the white coating outside. The bathrooms, there are two behind the wall here. If you go through the opening and turn right, they're against the far wall. There are also two on the back side of the large red barn. Open flames are okay, but please monitor, and there are fire extinguishers by most of the main exits. I also have one in my tent if we need it. For children, please sight and sound where possible. I'm sure the Burlington Northern and Santa Fe Railroad would appreciate them not wandering across the tracks as well. There are railroad tracks right there. Please be aware of that. Breakfast is from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Lunch is from 12 o'clock noon to 2 p.m.
Yes.
Lunch is a donation lunch to benefit the Royal Travel Fund. After tournament, there are meetings in the Royal Room, which is upstairs. In order, Greater Officers of State, Chivalry, and then the Pelican Circle to follow. There are circles on Sunday before court. Masters of Defense are at 9 a.m. and Laurels at 9:30. There's a city noise ordinance from midnight to 6 a.m. Please keep your revels to a polite, respecting our neighbor's volume after midnight. We are also still in need of volunteers for certain activities throughout the day, including, among other things, cleanup after feast. There's a sign up at gate. Also, there are warm drinks at the sideboard behind gate. If the kettle needs to be refilled, which it will, I assume, on the regular, please knock on the door of the kitchen and they will refill it for you. Please don't go into and out of the kitchen without the kitchen staff's permission. And finally, there will be a dishwashing station outside the kitchen. There is one there now against this back wall here for breakfast. There will be one there for both lunch and dinner for you to wash your dishes afterwards.
Once you are done unloading your vehicles, please, 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 please move them over to the designated parking area in that direction. We have limited space in here. There are some artisan displays and demonstrations planned for the day. An artisan may need to acquire a table, so if one does kind of tap you on the shoulder to move your things, you can stash personal items behind these side wall areas here. You'll be free to bring them back out in time for feast. We have some merchants. Thornwood Armory is in that back corner selling some fine leather goods. We have Calendar Trim just behind me here for all your trim and embellishment needs. Ooh la la. And then outside we have Warhorse Forge Works. He's got an active forge going for some metalworks. He's got some candles. He's got some quilted goods. Please visit them. We're happy they're here. They help enhance our game, and I like merchants, so be nice to the merchants. We also have Matilda, Countess Studio. She's selling some awesome jewelry. Make sure you ask about the ducks. I don't know what that code means. Forgive me if you find yourself whisked away to Duckland. She said to ask about the ducks. We do have, we have 2 silent auctions running this weekend. Today we have Karma's running a silent auction to also benefit the Kingdom Travel Fund. And then tomorrow we'll have a silent auction to benefit the War Fund, which is specifically helping the war truck get people's items to and from foreign wars. That is all that I have for the moment. No crises, no further announcements. That's all. No crises, no further announcements. Do not lose your fingers or your toes. Stay warm, stay hydrated. It's cold, but you can still get dehydrated, so stay hydrated. And
wipe your feet.
Yes.
Try to use these doors to come in and out of this building because that's where we could put rugs, and it gets slippery because this is polished cement and we don't want any falls to happen. So thank you, be careful, have fun, stay warm, and we're going to exit this way.
Close at 2 o'clock.
Go ahead.
Silent auction will close at 2 o'clock.
Your Majesties, the Baron of Citadel of the Southern Pass has business in your court.
At coronation of our dread Lord and Lady, long may they live, there was unsubstantiated claims of cattle raids to the north.
Outrageous.
Outrageous. It bothers me because we are all friends here, are we not? And through great consternation and effort of will, Marcus and I made a decision to assist in easing this conflict, unnecessarily and unsubstantiated claims of cattle raiding. Everyone knows that if you need cattle, either for meat or for milk, you go to the south, specifically the deep south, and to which I have brought cattle. Such largesse, properly marked for breed stock purposes so that you know who assists in this, so that all may work together and we may end the violence, alleged violence. And then, because I am smart these ways, we brought one to the Dreadlord and Lady, who will be found later, so that they may also profit from the breed stock.
Three cheers for the generosity of Citadel of the Southern Pass. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip! Huzzah! Hip! Huzzah! Mistress Matilda Seaton, your presence is requested in Their Majesty's court.
Miss Matilda.
Good morning, good morning. You and I have had a really interesting, very connected relationship from the beginning. You have always made me feel like the Outlands is my home. And for that, I am eternally grateful. You bring joy and you inspire those around you with your guts to give, and your ducks to take, and your ducks of happiness. Beyond that, you inspire so much.
Indeed. And it occurs to us that you have been creating things for a very, very long time. Quite impressive. And so today, we give you the Order of the Dillon Mountain.
King and Queen of the Outlands, to all who come by these present greetings, it is our prerogative to recognize those persons whose consistent and continued skill and dedication to the arts and sciences in the Outlands for 15 years or more has served our realm. We do therefore take and admit Matilda Seton to the Order of the Dillon Mountain, that all may know the esteem in which we hold them. We further grant them the right to bear the insignia of the Order, to which we set our hands this 20th day of April, on Societatis 58, being 2024 Gregorian. Spielwerker King, Melissa Quee.
You may now ooh and ah.
Three cheers for the newest member of the Dillon Mountain. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip! Huzzah! Hip! Huzzah!
Well, thank you again so much for this morning, for last night, and for the rest of the weekend. We are so excited. I know that this tournament format is a bit away from our tradition. I know that when we announced 3 out of 5, when we first had those discussions, it was a lot of gasp. And then he said 5 out of 7. I said, let's go. With that, 4 out of 7. But with that, it takes so much to put an event like this together. The ease of the autocrats, our officers that pull everything together, we just couldn't be more thankful. Very recently, we spoke with our Order of Defense.
Yes. We have tasked our Order of Defense with keeping track of who is and who is not an officer, and who would and would not like to be an officer at the kingdom level, at the baronial level. If we've learned anything while wearing the hats, it's that officers make the kingdom run. So we have tasked the Order of Defense with this. Woo indeed.
But this is a great opportunity with so many of us coming together to have those conversations. So if you're interested, if you've never done something before, if you have an inclination or a little bit of a, I don't know, TISM or an OCD that might fit well into, say, like a shepherd essentialist position, this is a great opportunity to do that. With that, I also have an apology to make. When Phil and I began thinking of how we can help stop the bleeding of needing volunteers, we got very caught up in ourselves.
And excited.
So excited. And so we rolled out this idea before we had step 1, and that was the conversation with our current seneschal. So, FCC, IG.
Please, come forward.
I'm so sorry. I just want the other part is, you guys, like transparency and ownership. We want you to know that it's okay to make a mistake. And this was a big one, you guys, because what we did is we opened up the floodgates for poor Aishi and let her, you don't have to be comfy. This is literally, this is literally me saying on behalf of both of us, we're so sorry. We opened up the floodgates to you in trying to make things better and added 10 things to her plate. I want to tell y'all, I'm sorry, I messed up. We messed up, but because of Aishi, things have gone so much smoother, and I just want to say, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
What else Aishi deserves is a huge thank you. There is so many things that Aishi has done to make the kingdom run, and so...
Their Majesties call before them all present members of the Order of the Pelican.
Yeah.
Oh, Lovey. Good for you, Lovey. She's never afraid to do the hard shit. I will own that shit in that swear jar. Press me from when I was in the room to when I needed to do the hardest damn job in this kingdom. You are exactly what I want in this order, and I hope to receive the right answer.
I really, already, a couple of months, we have been through some shit together. You have been absolutely instrumental in not only keeping the gears greased of this kingdom, but also keeping this kingdom safe. Thank you. Please give us the answer that we so hope that you will.
It's convenient for you.
Indeed.
Enjoy your crown journey. Love you guys. Next up, we're going to have procession. My flock, would you please take my friend?